Hello.
Hello, everyone. Merhaba. Salam alaikum. And welcome to the second in our series of the 7 Steps journey with 7 Steps trainers who are living in Turkey. And it is with great pleasure that I'm here with Sahide as our speaker today. And she has such an amazing way of expressing herself. Hello, Sahide. Merhaba.
Hello.
And you know how you say hello to people very easily, whenever it is, whatever time of day it is, in Turkish, is merhaba. Yeah.
Yes, merhaba.
Merhaba. So add that to your communication capacities to be a welcome to people in a language that works for them. Yeah. So, Ms. Sahide, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Evet. Hello. Merhaba. Selamünaleyküm.
Merhaba, hi, selamünaleyküm.
Yes. And would you like to just share with us some of your changes in these couple of years with the 7 steps and your communication and how that has been for you? Yeah.
Teşekkür ediyorum.
Thank you.
Öncelikle çok teşekkür ediyorum.
I just want to thank you all.
Ve şu an
I'm so grateful to be here, and I just love
kusursuzu arzu eden insanların burada bir
to have that flow of communication. I love to be here with the people who like to have communication very easily and flawless. I love to be with those people. So myself.
Tamam. Okay.
Yeah, she likes to continue. Yes.
Ben 7 adıma ilk nasıl geldim?
When I started 7 steps at the first time, I had access consciousness in my life.
Çok mutsuzdum.
Seviyesi,
Başlamadan önce.
before access,
Abla hikayelerim var.
I was very unhappy. I had a lot of stories.
Nasıl mutlu olabilirim? Onu arıyordum ve
I was looking for to be happy, especially with my relationship, with the relationship with myself, relationship with my partner, with my children. The relationship and the communication was very unhappy, and I was not connected with myself, and I was not connecting with other people. I was very unhappy. Then access consciousness came to my life. I was happy after access consciousness. And I really like to thank Burcu Bey to introduce 7 steps to me. And then you came into my life, Cass Thomas. And afterwards, I chose myself to have a very quick journey to myself. I just wanted to have a very speedy way to find myself. We are using very different tools with access consciousness, like a lot of bars, but I was asking what else is possible. And after that, as Cass came to my world, without clearing statements, no need for the bars. 7 steps is 7 days and 24 hours. You can dance with yourself. When you cannot connect to yourself, you just use simply the 7 steps with your business, with your sister, brother, mother, father, and the world. If you cannot connect with anything, you use the 7 steps, then it's very easy to catch the flawless communication with 7 steps. But after 7 steps came into my life, I had a very huge leap with access consciousness also. I'm very grateful to the 7 steps. For me, this is a huge. Today, I connected with the tree and with the earth. I had a video and my arms were very weird. And I was connected with the roots of the tree. I was very present there with the tree, with clouds, with the air. And this is one of the steps. I was very connected with that step. Today, this is my first foundation class. I started with the 7 steps, my foundation class. I connected with the universe. I connected with the people in the class. And the trees invited us with the people in my foundation class. I was in Mersin. I traveled to Mersin from there. And I was asking people, is there any place with the trees? Before they told me, I heard the trees, I told them. I am I am in oneness with the trees and with you, and we were so much connected. And I was very present in the space. I was connected all the time with the 7 steps and with access consciousness tools. I see it as a whole. I'm dancing with them all the time with access consciousness, with 7 steps. The steps are really cool and fun for me. Bana sihri göster. Show me the magic. Show me the magic. And I catch my magic with it. And I really want to be an invitation to everyone, and each and everyone. To be the invitation, everyone can find their magic, and I'm so grateful to you, Cass, because I really admire your magic. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler, thank you in Turkish. Write that down too. However you say it, it's fine. And you are such an invitation. You excite the magic in me. So thank you for that. And also, something that I've noticed throughout the years is that people may come and join the 7 steps journey, you know, and the 7 steps program. And then they may find out something about access, or maybe consciousness, or may already have found something out about it. But the number of people that are able to activate also, once they become 7 steps trainers and teachers, activate also with ease, you know, and joy and glory, like we say, and they're the certified facilitator's license. So you just gave me reminding me of that, since being a 7 steps teacher, also our lovely translator, Doctoressa Burcu, also, and also so many people that in that time. So what is it that you've been really looking to get to in your life, that with these 7 steps you connect with you disconnect from who you are not, or stop being disconnected from who you are, right? So that you can reconnect with you in a very different way and establish true connection, and then choose really what is going to create more for you in your life. And, you know, Sahide, you know, she's got a unique brand of magic. Now, each and every one of us do. And hers is so obvious. It's so obvious, and hopefully, you know, we see people like that are so unique and have, you know, such a unique brand of magic, and that they may be taking themselves into judgment about that, or they may not consider it something that is the gift that when we see it, we get that. And so how has, I know that's shown up for you, you know, with your postings and your, you know, Instagram lives, and how not everyone was liking that. And, you know, I see it as an encouragement, even though we have Tomas on and he's like, you got to be live more often. Yes. But can you share with us a bit about that, about how your unique brand of magic, you may enjoy doing it, but you may stop it a little or not feel good about it because other people may have a different point of view about it, and how you have used the 7 steps to really expand your zone and go beyond the mask or the veil trying to satisfy others, and go beyond the radar of trying to be normal, and be willing to be that extraordinary elegance that you are. You know, the beauty and the elegance of life and living. That's my topic this week with the 7 days, 7 steps, 7 weeks, 7 topics. So can you share with us a little bit about that? And for any of us that may, you know, feel like we're different, we're weird, or and to know what a gift that can be for you and for others. Yeah.
In example, this week, I was normally, I had a situation that I would really use my barriers before. I was very rejected. I was having that encounter before. I was using my mask, and the people in front of me, in that case, I thought they would really get angry with me, and the ice between us, with those people and me, were melted. Third step, and when I realized I'm gonna be angry, I really, every day, I'm pushing my barriers down very quickly. When I feel that I'm having masks with my daughters, and they're not watching this Zoom, so I can say something about them. There's no mask, and the old mother of theirs is not here living anymore. I'm just retired from my job. Now I'm having my barriers down all the time, 7 days, 24 hours. With my work, my relationships, I am no longer having mask barriers and veils, and people can hear me really very easily. I can reach them, I can connect with them, I can hear them also. That gives me the energy flow, and it's very healthy with my relationship. And this is the 7-step magic: without barriers, without masks, without judgments, without getting angry. Yes, sometimes I get angry also, and people get angry with me also. Then I connect myself with myself, and I thank them. I say thank you to those people. I don't go into reaction, and I only say thank you, thank you and bye-bye. Thank you, bye-bye. And after I push my barriers down, they can really connect with me. And I really allow people to connect with me. Every morning, I start pushing my barriers down until I go to sleep. I ask everything. I ask to my business. I ask Instagram. Show me the magic. Show me the magic. I ask everything and everyone around me. I ask all the time, show me the magic, show me the magic. And it's, my life is changing. Really impossible. I'm in Mersin now. I don't know those people. They are not my relatives. I just met with those people from the social media, from Instagram, and they connected with me without masks, without my mask, without my barriers. They are very huge contribution to each other, and this is to be in connection with her, with each other, with ourselves, with the trees, with the cats. The cats were very rounding around to our legs every day. The horse came to the neighborhood and hearing the voice of the center of the earth, amazing. I cannot tell the magic around my universe, around my space, and it comes to me, it reaches to me. And I do it all the time with my body. I speak with my body all the time. And my body told me that wear this one, which I am wearing now. And when I choose, which my body chooses to wear every day, my communication with people really expands. I didn't believe in the first time, how can I speak in my body? And after 7 steps, I really use light and heavy after 7 steps. Because before I didn't have any clue about light and heavy, but after 7 steps, each and every choice I'm doing, every day I'm using it. All the steps I'm using. And I always check my connection. Am I connected with myself or not? Really, am I connected now? Am I really connected with myself? If I'm not connected, how can I connect again? Reconnect, reconnection. What can I add to it? I ask questions all the time. How can I create more than yesterday with those steps? Yeah, I'm living it. I don't walk like this step by step. I don't have two steps. I have 7 steps when I'm walking. I'm walking with 7 steps, like 7 legs. I have 40 legs. I am using 7 steps also when I'm walking. Oh my God.
It's so amazing. Thank you so much, Borshu, for the translation and the laughter, because it does bring you joy. And I know that we just did there's the 7 steps book readings and introductions that last a couple of hours, and the 1-day prelude class. We just did one together, Borchu and I, yesterday, and we'll be doing one in 2 days, right, on Saturday with Sahide. And those, all of those steps in those prelude classes, you really dig deeper into them to have an awareness of which one to call up at any given moment, and recognizing when you're disconnected, right? And so I really love you being thankful to people when they have your barriers come up, when they aggravate you, when they're angry at you, because it actually, what I got, and tell me if I'm wrong, it's an invitation for you to concentrate on reconnecting. And so what is the step I can use to reconnect to me? Thank you so much for being, you know, a jerk, or for being angry at me, or for yelling at me, because you have pulled up my barriers or disconnected me from me. And now I'm going to spend my time reconnecting to me. And so how cool is that? You're not making you wrong. You're not making them wrong. You're actually grateful for inspiring me to stay connected. And so, and these 7 steps are great like that. So that's really great. And you can find out information on 7steps.us about her upcoming classes. And really, it's not that you can't, I love that you can't not be upset or angry or bothered, or, you know, have barriers up. That's not what this is, you know. You're right, all the time. But it's having that fast road back to you, which is so so great. And have other people notice the change in you. And please, if you're here and you have any questions, you can ask those questions in any language. Okay, we've got Arabic, Spanish, Turkish, Italian, French, you know, even Swahili. If you know how to say Malika in Swahili. But yeah, how is it that people have noticed the change in you?
People are coming to my space more. They are asking. Always my daughters. It was during the pandemic, and my daughter said to me, I was with 7 steps on stage. I was the teacher and the trainer. My daughters told me, Mom, can you please teach this 7 steps to us? We want to attend your classes, 7 steps classes, because they are very dear and close to me. And their father also asked me, what is this? What are you doing? You are changed. You are really different now. They are not looking at the space of the energy before. They were always using the science and scientific things. But after 7 steps, they are very familiar now for the energy space. I was very unhappy during the pandemic. I was really fearful. I get very young looking. Now I'm so the mirror I'm looking at me, I'm looking so much younger. And I retired from the school I was working. My relationships are very healthy now. People are asking me. My relatives are following me. Oh my God, I'm saying, what's happening? My relatives are following me. We encounter once in a while. They ask me, can you please, I just want to have that laughter, which you have, because the pandemic was so, people forget about the real themselves. And when they see me very cheerful, happy, and having laughter all the time, I'm discovering myself every day over and over again. And those people, I know the people I don't know all around the world, my relatives, the people I know. Some people, they don't like me. Those people, I really, I'm willing to have those people who they don't like me. And I say, okay, to those people, when I'm happy, you can be unhappy about this, and that's your choice, not mine. And they're all wondering and coming to my space. And I'm asking myself that question, how can I be that invitation? How can I be that magic people? And to me also, and I'm also very grateful to the Access Consciousness and 7steps tools. Yes.
Yeah.
And I must see it now. Yeah. Last year it was very unbelievable. I didn't have money for CF last year. I said, no, show me the magic. I'm choosing to become a CF. Please show me the magic. I choose it in May, and next May I will see it. Wow, that's amazing. How did it happen? It happened with 7steps and access and myself, universe, consciousness, and the steps. Thank God, I'm so grateful to become a CF, to become a 7steps teacher. For me, it is to be myself. To be in connection with my body, with my infinity, and I just like to help people to choose that and to become that. I want to be the invitation for this.
Absolutely. And the being, you are an invitation for that. And all the teachers are an invitation for that. And people can choose it to, be connected with them or not, right? But sooner or later, you do notice that something's missing in your life, and that something may be you. Yeah. So that's great. So if anyone is having discomfort with their relationships, and especially with your relationship with yourself, then I get that these 7 steps are easy and they're simple, and they're not, and they quite deep. And so, yeah. So, and the book exists in 20 different languages. And I self-published the book. However, Access Consciousness is one of the distributors of that book. You can get it on accessconsciousness.shop, and we'll put in the chat, if you haven't got the book yet, where you can find it, the link for that, and in different languages. And also it's on Amazon. And please check out, one of the different teachers. They can always find a translator, because we have the trainers around the world in different languages. And thankfully we have lovely Zainab here, who was in Canada. It was in Turkey when I met her, coming from Canada. I met her in Turkey at an Access 3-day body class in Istanbul. How cool is that? And yeah, she's exercising her communication, flawless communication. And she's originally from Libya, or her family's from Libya. So she's in Libya now. And she's doing a translation in Arabic for us. And yes, we have 4 teachers who are speaking Arabic, 3 or 4 speaking Turkish, and about 5 speaking Spanish, and everyone's, speaking the main language, the first language, which is energy. So, and I love listening to the Turkish, so listening to you, yeah. And does anyone have a question that they would like to ask? We've got about 5 or 10 more minutes, and we're here for you. And if you have any question about how to get your magic out there in the world, also you can join Sahide for her prelude class. But if you just have a question you would like to ask to me, Sahide, or anyone, please, you can put it in the chat, or you can just raise your if you know how to do that, raise your hand. I think I can do that too. And ask a question, or give some feedback. How was it for you? Yeah. There, how do you raise your hand? Raise your hand. There you go. Hallelujah. Would anyone like to add anything? Yes. Is that Serpil? Yes. Yes. All right.
Ida likes to add something, and Hava likes to add.
Oh, there's a couple of hands up. Do you want
Yes,
to
Yeliz,
spotlight them?
Hava.
Do you want to spotlight?
Yeliz likes to have. Hava, sorry. Yeah, Hava. Yes, Thomas, the founder of 7steps. Hi, I'm sending my love to you. I'm choosing the 7step teacher, become a 7step teacher. Even I didn't know anything about 7steps. In the foundation class with Saide today, she touched the tree. We also all touched the tree, and the roots of the tree and the clouds. We heard the voice of the clouds. Oh my God, it was amazing, right? Like she said, the cats around us, the ants around us, the birds. It was very amazing. The roasters were around. And the 7steps showed us the magic. And show us the magic. And 7 is my lucky number. 13 is my lucky number. 7 and 13. I told her in the book club, she said, we have 12 and we have 14. We don't have. Decided that she's speaking about the 7step book. There's 7 steps. The message from 7 steps. I'm choosing 7 steps, and I am choosing to become the 7step teacher and trainer. Saturday we are together, Saida is saying, with the ballet class. What does it take for us to be together more? I just like to become an invitation together with our 7step teachers. Thank you, Hava. Thank you. And Hava is very grateful to Saide and to you, Cass.
Yes.
Magic 7steps.
Love your magic is illuminating and shining out. That's so cool. So exciting. Yeah. You can join us. It's always on the 28th. It's the 27th and 28th of August. This next one coming up. Cool. Awesome. Love that energy. Yeah, it's an inspiration. I think I'm moving to Turkey. Burcu wanted to move to Italy, right, with her husband. I think I moved to Turkey. I can stay in your place or even in your office. It's really lovely. Okay, thank you. Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler. All right, we had someone else with their hand up. There we go. Yes?
Is there any question?
Yeah, there was one other hand up, but it's gone away because they don't stay up that long. Oh, there it is again. There it is again. Thank you. Teşekkürler. Do you see it too? Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. You've got a veil on. Can you come a little closer so we can see you?
Oh, screen of her telephone was broken. That's why she could only, you can see her like this.
Okay, so we'll get your vibration. We'll get your vibration, like the Jamaicans say. We can get that vibration.
I like to ask something to Saide.
Yes.
This the same with 7 steps and access consciousness. Yes, do you like to answer or shall I?
It didn't sound like a question. What was the question?
I really like 7 steps, but I don't know what is it about 7 steps. Is it like access the 7 steps? Is it also with questions?
It's a great question. No, not necessarily. It's actually about communicating in this reality, right? The inspiration for writing the book was actually from the founder of Access Consciousness, recognizing the different way in which I communicated with people, and invited me, and more than invited, pushed me to write a book, to share with people how to communicate in a very simple way, you know? And I said, well, the way I communicate, I've been communicating all my life. It's not going to be necessarily an access program or, book. And he said, it doesn't have to be, you are a genius in communicating. In fact, my access specialty class is called Access Your Communication Genius, and I talk about communicating on different levels or in that class, and with different dimensions, etc. But what has really always been for me is communicating with people, whether it's a large group, whether it's one-on-one, communicating on ground level with them, because this planet, I've chosen to be here, and when I go to sleep, I might travel to the stars and the moon and the sun and and Jupiter and Mars. However, sometimes people are so detached from their physical structure, and from this world, this world is on the planet, but the world is where the physical people are here. And that's where we do business. That's where we have children. That's where we have our animals. That's where we have our gardens, And so really being willing to communicate with people on this level and with yourself invites you to be connected with you in a way that you can choose, consciousness with access, spirituality with theta, Reiki, also holistic stuff in India. There's so many amazing things out there. I'm in love with, the tools of access. And also I just had a session with someone who was doing some physical work. So, that's what the difference is. It's more simple, and that simplicity of communication with you, if you're interested in really exploring more levels of, communication with various dimensions, it will give you more ease in doing that and become quite potent in whatever you're exploring. And if you're exploring access, also, you'll be very approachable. That's what I'm finding with the teachers. Yeah. And you can't go into the wrongness of you. I'm sorry. A lot of times when people start with their facilitation with access, they're feeling like not able, not ready, not, and that's not true. It never has been, it never will be. So it can be it's not part of the structure of access. Please don't get that wrong. But whatever it is you'd like to choose, your business, we have relationship with kids, and also with your furry and invisible friends, so yeah, your ancestors, yeah. So that's the difference. It's a simplicity, and it is about communicating on in this reality. So a lot of us have relationships with people who are not interested in, things that are not concrete. So you can deal with the concrete with ease with these 7 steps. Yeah. Tomas, would you like to add something? No, he's like, no. Was that good? Was that good, Tomas? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, is that helpful? Does that give some clarity? Was that okay, Sahide?
Yes, how does it get any better than this?
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Yeliz.
Yeah, was that helpful? Which are you not in the English?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Yeliz.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And thank you all for being here. This has just been very delightful. And
Özge likes to ask a question also.
okay, one more quick question and then
Çok
because we only have 40 minutes. Go ahead. Yeah.
Connection with myself, I'm struggling with, I'm connecting myself and I'm disconnecting with myself, and that makes me unhappy when I'm disconnected with myself. Can you please tell something to me? Can you please be a contribution to me, if you like? Thank you, Cass.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see you when I was looking at all the people. You actually were shining, out. I did see you, which is what made me remember to ask, does anyone have any questions? Right. So just that, so when you have the awareness of when you're connected with you and when you're disconnected with you. And that is a talent, because so many people have no idea that they're disconnected. And this is what these 7 steps are very helpful with. When you are disconnected with you, actually being a little bit grateful for the awareness that, you know what, I'm not connected, right? And so what these 7 steps are, and Borchu and I just did a prelude, but also in the explosion class, we spend a lot of time on that first phase, which is about connecting with you. Because just like you said brilliantly, we disconnect. So if we are willing to see how we can connect in 360 degrees and 360,000 different ways, right? And that's another, response I just want to give to the question. We have a lot of different modalities that we share in the 7 steps. Step 6 and 7 is from Qigong. Really, it's an adaptation of Qigong. Step 5, we use an access tool, the other steps we use other things as well. Whatever works for you, So many of us, and we have 3 medical doctors who are teachers, 7 steps teachers, and they are very different the way they approach bodies and connecting as well. Using medical, holistic, and even energetic. So please know, if you ever are aware of being disconnected, you would not ever be aware of it if at some point you were not connected, because disconnection would be the only thing you knew. So if you were aware, I'm not connected with me, instead of going into the wrongness, please recognize, I must be connected sometimes, otherwise this would not feel strange. And that's not making you wrong, that's making you right. Yeah. And so find out which of the steps and read the book. It's quite easy. There's exercises in the book. And then there's that you can shows you how to play with those steps too. Of course, not like the teachers do in the same way. It's quite easy, the book, but also milestones so that, you know what, today I connected in this way. And so that you can look back at that and say, I'm not always disconnected. I'm not always wrong. Yeah. And I can never get me wrong because I'm the best version of me that exists on the planet. Look at that. Look at that smile. Will you notice you're connected now, baby? Beautiful face. Yeah. Cool. Thanks for the question. I think it was helpful for others too. Yeah. Okay, one last question and then we go.
Thank you
Otherwise,
so
my
much.
husband will. Yeah. And thank you, Tomas and Zainab and Brenda and Butchu for staying. We told them it was only going to be. Anyways, go ahead, baby.
Good evening.
Merhaba.
You are so cute. Very beautiful.
But she's talking to her, right?
I think every living and I was believing everything with the living or not living, the matter also has a life, the energy. People were pulling the energy from the matter, and everything is 7 steps, something like this. Are you opening up the energies with the things, with the people? Is the 7 steps something like this? Are you opening up the energy, everything? Did I make myself clean? Do you get what I'm saying? Is it
Clear.
something like this?
Sahide, go for it, baby.
Seven steps energy is your energy. With you are living or not, the people or the animals, invisible friends, we connect all of them, and we connect myself, ourselves, we connect the living and the things, the matter, everything. The truth is you are catching yourself. Beyond your wildest dreams, the life, the living, you can catch the energies, you all of them to you, and you connect with them, and it's really flowing. You become the walking magic. You create the possibilities in your life beyond your dreams. The future becomes truth. The future desire becomes the truth, and you connect with the people, with the animals, with the everything around you, and you start creating everything. Thank you for the question. Do you understand what I mean? You say you speak the words I just like to speak, and you told my thoughts, what I'm thinking. There's a short question from Unique.
So amazing.
Thank you, everybody. She's saying. I like to learn the 7 steps when I take the course, the class. it going to have an effect, like disturbing effect, to become connected with everybody around us? Is it, does it have any effect that very annoying to connect with everything and everybody around us? Does it have any effect like this?
Almost ready, darling. I'll be ready in 1 second. My husband. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the difference is the simplicity for me, is that you don't feel wrong about it. And when you're connected with you and you're recognizing what makes you disconnect, and those are steps 3 and 4, right? Then you're saying, okay, I know that my body is communicating to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be annoyed, right? And so am I going to choose to listen to my body, talk with my body, and see maybe how I can reconnect with myself in a different way, where even annoying people have a special brand of magic, you know? Because how could someone be so annoying as this person? There must be something unique and different about them, you know? And we share some of this information, but please don't feel wrong by being annoyed by people. It's your unique brand of magic and your genius of what you're aware of. And what we're interested with the 7 steps as trainers and teachers of the 7 steps, what we're interested in having you look at things from different perspectives and really have clarity about what it is that you would like your communication to be like. Because this is about communication. Starts with you, but it also is about communicating with others in a way that you enjoy. Yeah. And so some people aren't interested in that, but we're living here on the planet with over 7 billion people. And guess what? You're never alone. You never have been, you never will be. So how much ease can you have in communicating? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I love that. She must be brilliant because she's probably sees people really beyond the mask or the veil. So that's really awesome. You get that energy, right? Does that answer your question? You're awesome. Yeah. Cool. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, thank you very much.
The thing that I just like to, I was asking the point, my point was, I'm an extent that I'm exhausted to have all these inputs, and part makes me really relaxed, and I'm aware of a lot of things, the entities and everything. It's going to make us very annoyed, very exhausted.
Yeah. Do you have the book?
You are being placed there, side is saying.
Yeah, get the book. These ladies have the book. Get the book and look at step 6. Okay? Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. And join one of these ladies or Jalal on an intro or a reading. Or you can do a session with them. And I get that it would be a big contribution. Okay? Thank you very much. Please join us next week at the same.
She said, I would speak in English because I don't know English very well, but you didn't let me speak that very bad English of mine.
Yeah. Well, the first language is energy. So thank you so much, Sahide. And again, please join her. Yeah, please join her on Saturday. I'll be popping in on her prelude class. And we also have Jalal, who will be doing, I believe, in Arabic, but we might have it in English and Arabic and Turkish on the 17th of August, a prelude class. And yeah, get the book, see if it works for you, and join us next week when we will have as our guest speaker, Miss Burcu. And we will have a translator also for that. So same time next week, same channel. Thank you so much. Teşekkürler and teşekkür ederim. And love you, Zahide. Just magic. Okay. Bye-bye.
I love you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you, Brenda. It was in Italian. Thank you, Zainab, for trying out that Arabic. Thank you, Butcher, for the Turkish, and Thomas. Exactly. Exactly. Awesome. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.